Dominica's Minister of Energy, Reuben Blackmore, is currently attending a meeting of energy ministers of the Americas, civil society and the private sector at the Energy and Climate Summit in Washington, D.C. The meeting, which ends today, is hosted by the U.S. Secretary of Energy, Stephen Chu, and is taking place at the headquarters of the Inter-American Development Bank, IDB, and the Organization of the American States, OAS. U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is expected to address the forum.
Minister Blackmore, in attending the meeting, would basically attend to the issues of that concern Dominica in general. He would, in general, present the actions that Dominica has been taken to combat our own problems with regards to energy. You know, one of our biggest problems is the high cost of energy and electricity in Dominica. So he would present Dominica's program that would address those areas, including Dominica's involvement or participation in a program to articulate an energy policy and to deal with formulating a legislative framework for energy resource exploration and exploitation, particularly geothermal energy. The minister would also share Dominica's experiences with the meeting in terms of how we went about doing this. You know, the partnerships that we've had with Guadeloupe and Martinique, and with the OAS, the UNDP, other CARICOM countries, and the CARICOM Secretariat specifically. He would also have the opportunity to speak on the challenges, the constraints, and the difficulties confronting Dominica in moving to reduce the cost of energy and electricity, and how Dominica, as a responsible country, would deal with low carbon emissions.
Coordinator of the Renewable Energy Program in Dominica, Michael Fidel. Sociologist and criminologist Dr. Peter Seja says the launching of a peaceful world movement in Dominica has so far been a major success. Dr. Seja is in Dominica conducting island-wide seminars on crime prevention.
The launching of this world movement beginning in Dominica, that we had good showings when we can consider all of the communities together. Of course, we would have preferred that there were better numbers in each of those locations. But when we combine all of the efforts together in this short time, we see the need. First of all, the idea was to bring out to the Dominican people an understanding of what the Peaceful World Movement is about, as I designed it. The mission, as I have indicated, it is to develop the peaceful world industry as an antidote to crime and violence problems. And the idea of the peaceful world industry is to make peace a viable product that young persons and otherwise can become peace artists, peace entrepreneurs. We can have peace cuisines. The idea is to set up a Peaceful World Institute and to have the ideas of the institute be used to teach peace development classes in a Peaceful World Academy, and to be able to help teach the peace education, develop a peace education curriculum, as I have developed for various schools. In fact, it was quite fascinating that on Tuesday we were at the Dominica State College after leaving Trafalgar, the Monday night, Dominica State College, and we had about 11 students who volunteered to be part of the Peaceful World Movement. But of course, the students at the Dominica State College were very apt to the information and were very much willing to be part of the process.
Dr. Seja says crime is the single most threatening issue in the Caribbean, and something must be done to eliminate the incidents.
So I am pleased to be here to help us with a new paradigm, to change the paradigm from chasing the tail of crime to dealing with not just a proactive approach, but to deal with prevention and to build peace. It doesn't mean that we do not need interdiction and we do not need intervention, but we certainly have to invest some more in prevention. Tonight we were supposed to be in La Plaine, but that was postponed because the representative Honorable St. Jean, is going out of state, and he really wanted to be a part of the process. So we have moved the Tuesday event the event that was scheduled tonight for La Plaine is scheduled for next Wednesday, the 21st, beginning at 7 p.m. at the complex building, the community complex building. And tomorrow, of course, Friday, we will be in Grand Bay at Old Fort, beginning at 6:30. On Saturday at Maho, at 4 o'clock at Maho at the marketplace. Sunday we're supposed to be at the Carib Territory, and Monday in Salisbury, and Tuesday at the headquarters in Roseau, in this area. So I'm pleased to say that the Peaceful World Movement, a worldwide movement that initiated here in Dominica.
Sociologist and criminologist Dr. Peter Seja. Still in more news this lunchtime, Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says government will consult with the private sector before adding to the list of new items that do not attract the value-added tax. Prime Minister Skerrit made the disclosure this week when he updated the public on the 100 days promise made during the December 18 general elections.
In addition to rice, flour, sugar, milk and other items used in the production of goods and services that do not attract any payment of VAT, government has considered some additional items for inclusion on the list of zero-rated VAT items. We are currently in discussion with the private sector to reaching a final decision. I call on consumers to look at the cumulative effect